Listen, sweetheart, if you think one fancy moisturizer and a new pair of sneakers will fix aging, you're adorable. Getting older isn't a problem to solve, it's a season to master. And mastery comes from tiny moves you can repeat. Before we begin, tell me in the comments which little habit has helped you lately. I'll read them all. Quick note, I'm not your doctor. Use common sense, ask your clinician when needed, and adapt everything to your body and your home. Here's the secret. 5 minutes now beats 5 weeks in a boot. Each morning I scan the paths I use most: bed to bathroom, bathroom to kitchen. I clear cords, fix slippery rugs, and make sure the nightlight path is ready for my 3 a.m. self. I glance at stairs and promise myself one hand free, one hand on the rail always. I check my shoes. If the sole bends like a pancake, it's a slipper, not a shoe. I want grip, a firm heel, and room for toes to move. I move pet bowls off the hallway and keep a small basket by the door for things that like to sit on the floor and trip people with plans. Now, let's be honest. Balance isn't luck, it's a skill. I practice in sips, not gulps. While brushing my teeth, I stand heel to toe, switch halfway, and breathe. At the sink, I do slow heel raises with light fingertips on the counter. In the hallway, I walk an imaginary line for 10 steady steps. A sturdy chair nearby makes confidence easier. When I pause at the mail table, I do a gentle single-leg tap behind me for 5 counts each side. During TV ads, I rise from the chair and sit down 5 times without using my hands. Have you noticed the difference when you try small things like these? The bathroom deserves respect. Towel bars hold towels full stop. If I need something to grab, I install a real grab bar. I use a non-slip mat inside and outside the shower. I keep shampoo and soap at waist height so I'm not fishing around and leaning. If dizziness visits, a shower chair and a handheld sprayer turn chaos into calm. After bathing, I take 10 seconds to dry the floor where drips like to gather near the mat. Small seconds, big safety. And yes, that same path of lights you set earlier will guide you safely back at night. Here's the quiet topic we're not shy about anymore: leaks. Leaks are plumbing, not character. I keep a small pouch with a spare liner and one in the car. Prepared doesn't mean embarrassed. Prepared means free. My pelvic floor exercises are gentle. On the exhale, I lift as if stopping a tiny stream in front and a tiny puff in back, then I fully soften on the inhale. 5 to 10 lifts, 2 or 3 times a day. When a cough or a sneeze sneaks up, I try a tiny lift first. It's called a pre-lift, and it helps more than you think. I sip water through the day instead of chugging late. I go easy on strong coffee and very acidic juices in the evening. I choose high-rise, breathable fabrics and waistbands that feel like support, not punishment. Do you do that too? And this one is my personal favorite: peace for the belly. I use my bean rule palm-size portions with something gentle, like rice or greens. By the kettle, I keep 3 teas: peppermint for gas, ginger for nausea, fennel for bloating. After meals, I stroll for 10 minutes, even if it's just the length of my hallway and back. I eat warm more than cold because my stomach likes cozy better than shock. I add gentle fiber the easy way: a spoon of cooked oats folded into soup, a handful of soft greens wilted into eggs, roasted carrots on the side of dinner. I notice which foods feel fine at lunch but heavy at night. A tiny notebook helps me remember patterns. Comfort is a strategy, not an accident. Tell me in the comments if you already do this. About those wake-ups between 3 and 5, you're not broken. I keep a small sip of water for a dry mouth, then I do 4 rounds of 4-7-8 breathing: inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8. I scan my body from toes to scalp and let muscles soften like I'm dimming lamps in a quiet room. If I'm wide awake, I move to a chair and read something gentle. I save bright screens for daytime. The brain loves routine, so daytime helps night. A taste of morning light at a window, a steady wake time, and a soft landing hour before bed with dim lights, gentle stretches, a warm shower, and pajamas that feel like a hug. That same path of lights guides me safely back at night. Closet confidence starts with kindness. The bra rule is simple. If I can wiggle out of it easily while lying down, it probably isn't supportive enough. I choose a snug band that doesn't dig, straps that stay put, and cups that encourage posture rather than flatten it. I add a breathable cotton liner under the band on warm days and skip the irritation. Fabrics matter: soft knits, breathable cotton, a hint of stretch. Shoes matter more: low, stable heels and non-slip soles. I try shoes later in the day when feet are honest about size. If I can't wait to take an outfit off, it didn't deserve to go on. Movement happens because I design it to be easy. shoes by the door. Mat unrolled, water bottle filled. I use the 2-minute rule, start for 120 seconds. If it feels good, I keep going, if not, I still win. A chair mini flow keeps things friendly. 10 shoulder circles, 10 seated marches, 10 ankle pumps, and a slow twist to each side. I add 5 wall pushes in the kitchen while the kettle boils. I carry groceries in 2 lighter trips instead of 1 heavy one and call it strength training with style. On stairs, I think of each step as a vote for tomorrow's hips. I mark a sticker on the calendar because adults deserve gold stars. Body first. Motivation later. Social vitamins keep the heart bright. After breakfast, I call or voice note one person. I keep a short list on the fridge and rotate through it. Once or twice a week I invite a neighbor for a short tea and walk. We don't wait for perfect weather, we pick a short loop and a scarf. Micro-kindness is my quiet superpower, a sincere compliment to a stranger and one small thank you note a week. If I'm new to a place, I look for a small group with a rhythma book chat at the library, a craft hour, a choir that likes laughter more than perfection. Connection is medicine we already own. Which one will you try this week? Fresh air beats perfume. I crack the windows for 5 to 10 minutes morning or evening. While cooking, I run the hood and then let a little breeze sweep through. Once a week, I rinse the trash can and check the dishwasher filter. I give the fridge a quick sniff test and toss the mysterious container pretending to be a science project. For scent, I choose whispers, a few drops of lemon in mop water or a light candle for a short while. No battles, just clean, calm air. Clutter steals peace and trips feet, so I shrink the job until it's friendly. 1 drawer, 1 shelf, or 1 basket. I set a timer for 5 minutes and let it be enough. A donate tote lives by the door. When it's full, it goes. I keep a small maybe box with a date on it. If I don't open it in 3 months, the box leaves with its mysteries intact. My nightstand holds only sleep helper's water, lip balm, a paper book. The entryway has hooks I can reach, a small bench because I like to sit, and a tray for keys and dignity. Space I clear becomes time I get back. Kitchen rhythm saves energy. I wipe counters with a damp cloth after I finish, not before I start. I stack dishes by the sink and family's plates with plates, cups with cups so washing feels like a rhythm, not a puzzle. I let the sink end clean at night so the morning starts friendly. I keep often used tools in the front and heavy pans where I can lift them without a grunt. I make double soup and freeze a few flat bags so future me can love past me without extra effort. Do you batch small things like this? Comfort cooking can be light and kind. I roast a tray of vegetables once or twice a week: carrots, zucchini, onions, and they jump into omelets, soups, and bowls without a fuss. I keep a ready bowl formula in my head: warm greens, a scoop of beans or eggs or chicken, a spoon of grains, and something bright like lemon or herbs. I season with curiosity but eat with peace. If dessert wants to visit, I pick a small one and enjoy it slowly. Guilt is not a spice. Paper and screens need manners. I open mail near the recycling bin and sort it in 1 minute. Pay, read, or release. I keep a small folder for calls and forms and batch those on a calm morning with tea. On my phone, I group chatty apps on a second screen so I have to swipe with intention. I set 1 or 2 check-in times for messages and skip the ping pong all day. A quiet phone gives a quiet brain. Money gets a weekly coffee date. I look at what came in and what went out. I note 1 small place where I can save without feeling punished and 1 small place I'll spend with joy. Fresh flowers, a cafe tea, or a ticket to a local play count as good investments in mood. When a bill confuses me, I call kindly and ask questions. Companies work for my money, they can work for my clarity too. Emotions want a soft chair, not a hard lecture. When I feel low, I try a 2-step, name it and normalize it. This is sadness. This is worry. Then I do a tiny action that fits the feeling. If I'm lonely, I send 1 message. If I'm tense, I do 3 long exhales. If I'm stuck, I tidy 1 square foot. Motion changes emotion. Have you tried that? Now, let's be honest. Beauty is comfort that looks like style. I wear colors that make my skin say thank you. I keep 1 signature piece within reach, like a scarf with a story or a necklace that reminds me who I am. I trim tags that scratch and choose seams that don't argue with my skin. I dress for my day at home as kindly as I would for a friend. After all, I'm the friend I see the most. Errands can be gentler with small choices. I park where the curb is kind. I split the list into 2 short trips rather than 1 long march. I keep a tote with a water bottle, reading glasses, a liner, and a snack that does not crumble into my handbag. I set 1 clear errand goal and let the rest be optional. Done is nicer than perfect. Hobbies feed the week with color. I keep a beginner's heart on purpose. I choose one tiny practice I can do in 10 minutes: sketch a leaf, knit 10 rows, learn one song on the piano, plant 3 herbs in a pot. I don't aim for masterpieces, I aim for moments where time feels kind. If a class feels scary, I bring a friend or ask to watch once. Curiosity is a muscle. Use it and it smiles back. Family rhythm works best when it's simple and steady. I ask for help clearly and early. Could you carry the heavy box on Saturday morning? I offer choices, not hints. I say yes to time together even if it looks different than before. Video calls with grandkids count, reading the same book apart and chatting counts, short visits count. I let go of the idea that love must look one way. Here's an easy trick for energy. I put bright tasks and quiet tasks in pairs. If I've done something social, I follow it with a quiet half hour. If I've focused on paperwork, I follow it with a short walk. If I've cooked, I sit by the window and do nothing on purpose for 5 minutes. Balance is not a prize, it's a rhythm you can hear when you listen. Travel days get a small plan. I wear layers, pack a soft scarf that doubles as a pillow, and choose shoes I can trust. In my bag, I keep a liner, a tiny hand cream, a zip bag for meds, and a pen. I stretch ankles and wiggle toes while sitting. I drink water without waiting until I'm parched. I ask for help without drama when I need it. People are kinder than we fear. Technology can be a bridge, not a wall. I keep a written list of passwords in a small notebook at home. I learn one feature at a time: how to start a video call, how to add a calendar reminder, how to send voice notes when typing feels fussy. When something confuses me, I write the question down and ask a grandchild or a neighbor. The lesson sticks better when I make a note in my words. Gratitude shapes the day. I start with 3 specifics when I wake. Not big, just real. The way the cup warms my hands, the sound of birds on the fence, the good stretch in my calves. At night, I write 3 more. The brain learns what we teach it. I would like mine to be fluent in good things. Joy likes a schedule, so I give it one. In my planner, I write something lovely, and then I honor it. Tea in the sun, a favorite song while I tidy, 10 pages of a delicious book. Once a week, I treat myself: fresh flowers, a cafe tea, or a small class. On the first day of each month, I pick one tiny adventure: a new park, a different bakery, a matinee with a friend. Small adventures make months feel bigger. So here's the recap, darling. Make your paths safe. Practice balance in small moments. Schedule joy like it matters, and keep the little upgrades that make life easier. Getting older isn't about shrinking your life, it's about sharpening your focus: less friction, more joy. If this helped, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs a gentle nudge, and tell me which tiny upgrade you'll start today. I'm cheering for you. See you in the next one.